stuff here. Um, Sunday, the morning after the Lara versus Castano fight at Barclays Center. Coming here on here to briefly discuss it. Anyway, it was a split draw. The decision was a split draw. Pardon me. And I'm seeing some people on Twitter, on social media rather, saying that they had Castano winning. Most people believe draw was fair enough, which I tend to agree. Like it was, and these are the type of fights Lara's in a lot of times. When they in there with other champions or guys at that level. He fights and he does certain things. Although he did something yesterday much differently than he did like versus Gaucher or versus I can't think of God's name right now. But Canelo. I couldn't think of it. Anyway, he didn't fight in that same mode. He fought more in the mode that how he was facing Jared Hurd. He was there to try to he was there to engage, basically. Which, that's what we wanted from Lara. We like to see him doing things of that sort. So he did what we asked of him most of the time. So with that said, Lara, what happens for the next for them both? Would a rematch be fitting? I don't really want to see a rematch of that fight. It's way out the door. Like he should be thinking of trying to get some more legacy fights, trying to get a legacy fight or two. Maybe he could possibly fight a Charlo. A Charlo. That's at 154. He had a draw, so he didn't lose. So maybe he could fight Harrison. Got to see how he's ranked with the WBC. If Harrison doesn't fight Charlo in a rematch, maybe he could fight Hurd in a rematch. There was talk of a Hurd rematch that might be fitting. So we could see about that. Now Castano definitely should have raised his stock a little bit, and now other people might look to fight him. Now Kell Brook, for instance, he might look to try to get that WBA world title from him and put him on the zone, and they might try to offer him a few dollars for that title. Or maybe the Argentinian could fight the Mexican champion over with the WBO, Munguia. That might be a good scrap, Have that maybe in Texas somewhere or in California. Also on the zone, because Munguia is on the zone. I think Munguia has to face Hogan. So once Munguia gets past Hogan, then if he gets past Hogan, then maybe that could be a possibility. Also, on that card was Luis Ortiz versus Christian Hammer. I had predicted Luis Ortiz would stop Christian Hammer, but Luis Ortiz is definitely showing his age. I know people knock him and saying that he's not really 40 and all of that, but for a guy that is what a lot of people believe him to be 50, he fights damn well for a 50-year-old guy. Christian Hammer was like, if that's the case, Christian Hammer was like 19 years his senior, and his junior, and he still couldn't do. He still, couldn't win more than one round versus Ortiz. I can't remember what round I gave Hammer, but I gave him like maybe one round. Christian Hammer is a pro. He's a seasoned. He might fight to the point where he's not trying. What it seemed like a lot. If he gets the night. I don't see him beating any of the champs. I don't see him. What Ortiz is going to do next, Hammer pretty much is going to be I believe, a gatekeeper dude. You know, look for him to face maybe Joe Joyce, maybe Daniel Dubois, F.A. Ajaba, one of these heavyweights. I wouldn't even be surprised if he would be one of these guys that go from cruiserweight up to heavyweight. He'll be one of their opponents. Anyway, Luis Ortiz. What's next for him? We could go for March. Wilder's supposed to fight in May. He fought at 10. So I don't think he should go back in May. Maybe he'll fight on a. Well, Dylan White. You know what? Dylan White. I heard they said that. So maybe Ortiz goes over to the UK. Fights Dylan White for Wilder's next shot, next mandatory shot, if he fights Brazil. Of the Joshua fight. But that's, you know, Ortiz. And if he doesn't do that, Ortiz can always fight. He doesn't have that much time, so you better hurry up. But he gotta position himself to get himself mandatory shot. Maybe go after that WBA junior title to go get in the mix of that Bron tournament over there, Joe Joyce stuff over there. Maybe he could get in the mix of that and grab him $3 doing that. And on the DAZN app, I saw Jordan Gill fight yesterday. He looked impressive against a guy that I thought he was going to knock him out. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer, but he looked impressive against a guy that, oh wait, I'm sorry. There was another fight on that Showtime card on that Ortiz, the one that had Ortiz and Hammer and Erislandy, Lara, and Castano. It was De Gracia versus Ramirez. I thought De Gracia was going to win because of Ramirez getting, I think it was short notice, plus he was overweight at first and he had to go and burn himself down. So I thought that might have been, too exhausting for Ramirez. But he proved me wrong. And he definitely, he surprised me. He did not fight in the traditional Mexican style that people are so used to liking to say is a style. So, which, served him well, obviously, because the guy kept coming after him. And he was elusive, waited and got and dropped him. I think personally, he hurt him and climb in the boxing. They gotta be more conscious of the fighters. The refs gotta be more conscious. Me personally, that was a little premature of a stoppage. I would have, gave De Gracia enough, maybe another 5-6 more seconds to see, because I think he did make a boxing move just before the ref stopped it. Like, he did take a swing and duck the punch. So, he was aware enough to duck a punch. So, maybe I wouldn't have stopped it if I was the ref. I got to check it again to see what exactly was the cause of the stoppage. But that was that. That was the Showtime card. Now, the DAZN card, the only fight I saw was the Jordan Gill fight. That was the only fight I got a chance to see. I didn't get a chance to see Anthony Sims yet. I'm going to go home tonight and probably rewatch the undercard of that match. Jordan Gill, he looked impressive against who he fought. I thought he was going to stop him. A little bit later, like maybe mid fight, not that early, but he stopped him early. Good for him. What's next for him? I don't know. Maybe another one of these level fights. Someone, I would say a different style, maybe on that same level, but a different style than what he was fighting then, so that he could get, so to speak. So that was that card. Not too much news right now. Lucas Brown barely won. There was a lot of heavyweight contenders and prospects that fought last night. Caballel fought, Schwartz fought. I'm gonna check all of this stuff, and and on my next live, I'm gonna discuss that more in depth. All right, and that being said, I've been on here for like about 12 minutes. I'm gonna have to shut it down now, but hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you can hear the next one I'll do. Comment so we can have a discussion, and share with your friends. All right.